Welcome to a magical edition of Mystics Spilling the Tea.
I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychic, southernfriedpsychics.com.
I'm Leslie Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic, purplerosepsychic.com.
I'm Nikel with Rising Digital, risingdigitalstudio.com.
And we are
The
Mystics
Spilling the Tea.
Today's magical episode is going to be on the major arcanas of tarot. Or tarot.
Tarot.
Yeah.
I'm just
There's
kidding.
so many ways to say
Yeah,
it.
there's so many ways to say it. So many ways, so
Several.
much stuff. What we wanted to do is kind of go over some of the major arcana cards and kind of just discuss what they kind of mean and what they mean whenever you're reading and what do you mean whenever sometimes we get a intuitive call on them.
Yes.
What card you got there?
So the first card, so there's 22 of the major arcanas. These are great for like the big questions, like your purpose, big things in life, big, huge transitions, things like that. So the very first one on the gate's number 0. It's the Fool. And this one's all about taking an inspired journey on yourself, leaning in, taking a leap of faith.
So I always call it a new beginning. It's a new beginning. It's something new. It's something you haven't done before. There's a new direction. And so I always say, you know, when I get the Fool, it to me tells me that my client is fixing to embark on something new that they haven't done, whether it be a trip, an adventure, a new job,
Yep.
or new hobby,
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, whatever it is that they think they want to do, a new life.
Yeah.
Some
New
of us do want
chapter.
a new life, a new chapter,
Yeah.
you know, and so that's really what, to me, it's all about.
And 0 is a number for the divine feminine, whereas 1 is sacred masculine. So, and it's a brand new blank canvas, clean slate.
So when we say divine feminine and divine masculine, can you explain to our listeners that it's not gender related?
Oh, because everybody gets all up in arms about gender.
They do. They get all up in arms and they're like, oh, that's not mine because it's masculine. Well, no, we all have.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, take it
know,
easy,
right?
man.
Everybody.
I hear it a lot.
We've got
being-
both.
Being part of and in the LGBTQ community, everybody is so fixated on gender. And all it really is every single person on the planet is born with divine feminine and sacred masculine qualities, energies, parts and pieces of themselves. So, like when you're usually taking charge of something, that's usually typically a masculine energy versus when you're being a healer or you're taking care of the household, children, things like that, that is usually more of your feminine aspect of yourself. But we have both. And so a lot of times when you have imbalances of one or the other, this is where life can go wonky. This is where you could get ill. This is where you can just not feel like yourself. You know, all the different things of that. So hopefully this gets some people calmed down about fixating on gender. Because let me tell you, when we die, our body is the only thing that's dying. There is no gender up in the spirit world. Even with gods and goddesses, there's, you know, not private parts. They don't have any real gender. And some people might give me a hard time about that, but that's just my understanding of working with my guides. Is like, it's not a big deal about gender. There's angels who have a masculine name and they're female and vice versa.
Yeah, it's all about that. So I just wanted to say that really quick. So
Yeah.
before we went on any further. So, but
great.
yeah. So the Fool, the O also is, to me, it also has the complete circle of things. And so that's also telling me that this new beginning is a start with an ending, and that this is another chapter. It's not your life story as much as it's a new chapter.
Yeah, I like that.
And isn't the major arcana like the hero's journey?
The Fool's Journey.
The hero's, like similar to the hero's journey in like English concepts, like in literature.
I don't know.
You know where
I
they
don't know.
start-
I don't know because in America they always called it the Fool's Journey, and because it is a story of the Fool's Journey. It starts off with the fool going out on a new journey to find himself
Mhm.
and to start like making a way for himself in the world.
Okay.
And I'm a huge fan of anything British or English because, they are way older than our country and we're the one that butchered the English language. So when they say things and they have their wonderful accents and stuff, they actually have it right. We're the ones that have it off. So like when they say schedule, instead of schedule, we're the ones that butchered that. So
Or mature.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't know if
isn't that
that's one.
really weird
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like it because
Proper
everybody
English.
speaks differently everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even in the U.S., everyone's
Yeah.
totally different.
yeah, but that
Everywhere.
mature and mature.
Mature.
Yeah, it's
Tomato,
like-
tomato.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I said that one time, and someone goes, "No, it's mature," and I go, "Well, how do you say manure?" And
Manure.
Manure?
It's the same way. It's spelled
Yeah.
the same way. With just add a T instead of an N. There you go. It's mature. And they're like, I don't know where your brain goes, but
I
anyway.
guess that's where my draw comes out. Kind of like Nikel's.
Yeah.
It's
What?
manure.
Me?
Manure.
Yeah, it's manure.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So
I know.
back to the major arcana.
Yep,
'cause
here we are.
did get sidetracked. There
Digress.
was a squirrel.
Sorry.
Digress.
So the fool's journey begins the deck.
Yes.
And
Okay.
it's
I want to think
card
of it
out
as
of
the
the gate.
hero's journey.
you can think of it as the hero's
There you
journey.
go.
I kind of
Why
like
not?
that though. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
So the next card in the deck is one of my favorites is the Magician. So it is the number 1. 1 also equates to watch your thoughts. They manifest instantly, which plays right into magician hands. Your words are your magic. Whatever's coming out your mouth is the truth.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, exactly. Magic is possible. But, if you say things like, oh my God, I'm never going to get this job. I'm not qualified, or I'm going to this, I'm going to that. Well, that's the truth because you're actually saying it.
Mhm.
So be mindful of what you're actually saying
Mhm.
because you're manifesting what's coming out your mouth and what's popping in your head.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So with that is one of the things I really do talk to people when they get that card.
Mm-hmm.
I really talk to them about what are you doing to manifest? What
Yeah.
are you doing with the full moon? What are you doing on the portals? What are you doing to manifest? And usually when I'm talking to them, I'm like, so you've always been manifesting. Pretty much you just say it and it comes into existence. And they're like, yeah. And they don't know why.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, because you have that capability. So
Mm.
it's also important to exercise some caution with that.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
You know, you don't want to manifest everything into gold that you touch, and then your loved ones turn to gold because you touched them.
Mm-hmm.
So manifesting, things for yourself is okay as well,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the other thing I get. People were like, well, I don't know if I can manifest anything for myself. Of course you can.
Right.
Your angels are waiting for you to ask.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just give.
Mm-hmm.
You need to ask for things, and that's how that works. As you manifest, you ask, they deliver. So
It's a
that's-
giving and receiving.
It's a giving and a receiving. And many times when I'm talking to people, they're like, "Well, I asked for a job. I
Mhm.
ask for a job every day. I ask for a job." I'm like, "Are you specific?
Right.
Well, first I ask them, "What kind of job are you looking for?"
It's
Well,
too
I don't
generic.
know. I don't know. Well,
Mhm.
okay. If you don't know, how do you think they know?
How do you think you're going to get your answer to your prayer?
Yeah, and so that's another thing with manifesting is trying to get people to really take it seriously and look at it and play
Mhm.
with it.
Yeah,
So,
100%. What about you, Nicole? What do you think when you see this beautiful magician card?
The magician card. I don't know. I was thinking about the manifesting thing,
Mm.
and how I felt about that. I was like, do I? Because I know that I have that capability,
Mm-hmm.
but just thinking about what blocks it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
fixating on what could unblock it
Yes.
instead of it's just redirection
It is.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So, it's like I can sit in the mirror and go, God, I'm, too overweight. Or I can be like, hey, you're doing good today. You stayed away from sweets, or you stayed
Mhm.
away from candy, or you stayed away from whatever it is.
Mhm.
We get to choose our thoughts. That's part of our free will. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
so that's a good card to get in the
Mhm.
deck.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite cards when I am reading for people and they get that card, because really I'm trying to put the power,
Mhm.
and that's really what it is, the power in your hands to control your requests
Yep.
and to control what it is you really want.
Mhm.
But again, it's also challenging them to really be specific.
Mm-hmm.
I want a partner. Well, okay, what kind of partner?
Yeah.
What is it you want? And I try to really be specific and say, do not say I want long blonde hair, blue eyes.
It's physical characteristics. They fade.
Mm-hmm.
Go for what you really want in a partner. Do you want someone to hold your hand? Do you want someone to go shopping with you? Do you want someone to be happy that you go hunting on the weekends and don't come home until Monday?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is it you want? Do you need someone to leave you alone sometimes so you can be quiet? What is it you need? And that's what you need to be manifesting, not just, I need a partner.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why that card right there I love, because like I said, it helps me give the power to my client, but it also helps me empower my client
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to use these gifts
Yeah.
and how to use it as a request mechanism.
I was excited. I did a private Zoom reading last night, and I drew this card for him, and it was great.
Yeah. And see, when it comes up, it I don't know, it makes me probably more happy than it does my client, which makes me
yep.
really weird.
No, I bet I relate. I get it.
Yeah, it just makes me funny. It's funny, strange, man. So the third card in the deck is
My favorite out of all of them, High Priestess number 2.
Ooh, that's a
And
pretty
2
card.
is partnership. The most important one is the one with yourself. And 2 is also about keep the faith, whatever your faith is.
So I also see that as a partnership, but I see it as a partnership with the universe, in that you have the power to really receive from the universe. And that's one of the things I really, and that you have a connection. Look at that card. That card, this deck is just, I mean, it's just a gorgeous deck, but
It's one of my favorites.
she actually has this, it's not a flame, but it's a connection light, a light connection to the universe above. And so that's really what that card means to me, is that you can connect to the universe, to all of your guides, all of your spirits, all of the angels. You can actually do that. And you should try it, and you should do something with it, because that card to me says that you need to be connecting to your inner light so that you can shine it on others and actually enable it into other people.
Yeah.
And that's really what it means to me. It's
It's
a
a-
beautiful card.
Oh,
is
it's one of
so
my favorites. So I know y'all can't see it at this moment, but we're using the Light Seers deck by Chris Ann. Actually met her. She's a lovely human being. And if you like this deck, which a lot of us actually use, on the back of every card is a diamond shape with an eye in the middle. So to me, that goes back to my Palladian past life of, you know, you have this portal of energy where the information or knowledge comes through. And with the High Priestess, she has everything she needs within her. She just simply has to connect. And so anyway, go to your favorite metaphysical store, go check out the Light Seers deck. And if they don't have it, have them order for it, because support local.
Support your local metaphysical store. So that's what that card means to me.
It's also got the moon too. So paying attention to not only insights, but sometimes the things you keep hidden from yourself.
Your energy also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really powerful card. The fourth card, which actually is number 3, my favorite number, is the Empress. And 3 is all about not only creativity, but it's also the Ascended Masters.
Yeah. That card also funny because it also represents a maternal. That one's your divine feminine. It's clearly a divine feminine reflection on how you care for others, whether you're a male or a female. It's your divine feminine energy of caring for others. It's also a card that sometimes indicates that you're going to have a baby. So if I get that card and it's a young woman, I say, "Are you planning on having a baby?" And if they say no, I say, "Well, you might want to watch that."
Okay.
Because that's what that card usually also indicates is pregnancy. So it's fertility. It's fertility. It has the moon as well, and it's just a great card showing that the universe, the moon, life, because it is about pregnancy, life,
Procreation.
yeah, that fertility and that life, cycle is still going no matter what we do. No matter what we do, life is still going on. And so it's really important that that card to me also has a little magic in it because I feel like as the divine feminine energy, it shows that we do have caring for other people. And it's enough for us to care and light other people's lights. And so that's what that really means to me.
Man,
Leslie Dean.
Yeah, no, man.
Yeah.
it could stand for healing too, like the
that.
healer's card, the mother card, those
Yeah.
sort of things. And sometimes this is you're birthing a new project or you're birthing a new job or you're birthing something that
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily mean a baby at all times, because let's face it, a lot of times if you're a business owner, your job or your business is your baby.
Yeah, you're birthing a new idea, new project, new clients. You're
Yeah.
cultivating, and basically it's the circle of life. It's the circle of things coming and things going, and you making things work.
I see dragon wings in the blue, the belly, the
Yeah.
earth.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
it's interesting how we talked about dragons
Yeah,
earlier.
that was our show before this one. So
yeah,
I love
it's
it.
very cool.
And the next card is Sacred Masculine, the number 4, or Divine Masculine, is the Emperor. So this is one I call the boss. This is the boss card. This is like number 4 being significant of foundation, stability. It's an angel number, those sort of things. But this is you being in basically the driver's seat of your life, your business, your whatever.
And the sacred male coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other thing, when I get this card, a lot of times to me, this is like the opposite of the high priestess to me. And so this is the card in which I feel like you are making decisions on your life. And so this is the card in which you're contemplating which road to take. If you're at a crossroad, this is a card that's going to that's telling me you're trying to figure things out. You're trying hard. But it's also a card that tells me that you can connect to a higher being, and you can use that to help you with your magic in making a good choice. And it's just an interesting card to me because I do feel like it is the father card is what they kind of call it.
Mm-hmm.
And, but to me, it's more of like the head, the start, the head of the,
Yeah.
kind of like the head of the fish kind of a scenario. It's like the head of the fish. So some of that's showing me whatever you've got in your head and whatever you can make happen, you can then bring it on down through all the rest of you. So connecting to that higher universe, being the head, I feel like that's really a card to tell me that you can do that and you can bring it on down into the rest of you.
And I love hearing how you read this, because you learn something new from readers all the time, because we're all so different. Is I consider him the counterpart to the Empress. And so, because I see the High Priestess, the counterpart to the Magician. So it's really cool to hear you when you do a reading and how this you associate with High Priestess. That's cool.
It just depends on it just that's what it feels like sometimes. And so that's just how I equate it, because I feel like the High Priestess is the quintessential, divine feminine, and so he's the sacred male. So it just makes it. Yeah. So that's
A lot of red and orange in this card too. So
there's a lot of red
first
and
and
orange
second chakras. Yep.
So it has to do with like really grounded. It's a really grounded card, because also, like I said, some would call it that. Like I said, it was the head, but also you could call it the root of the family, the root of the ideas, the root of your adventure. This is what's going to ground you. This is what's going to take you where you need to go. This is the card for you to really look at where you're going and what you're doing.
I'll sometimes call this card the entrepreneur card too.
Yeah, actually, that's the reason why I said like what projects, because you could be creating a new business. You could be, but it's the family part of it that's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then we have the Hierophant, which is number 5. 5 means chaos, conflict, comes change, but on the other side of that is freedom. And the Hierophant is a lot like a shaman, shamanic practitioner, a minister, a layperson, because they're taking you to higher plateaus, higher platforms. They're sometimes the spiritual teacher, for another way to call it. But they're usually a person who is like a bridge, if you will, to spirit, or a bridge to your highest self. So I love this card.
See, that card to me.
Yeah, see, I love it. We're so
Yeah, I'm
different.
like,
This
what
is
is it?
wonderful.
We're
just
so
taking all this
different. It's
in.
so funny.
It's great.
Because that card to me is all about faith. And it's your faith in not only yourself, but your faith in where you're going, your trust in your guides, your trust in your angels, your trust that you are on the right path, your trust in all that you're doing and providing that faith in yourself and what you have in front of you. To me, that's all about faith. Now, if I was getting that card and I had someone in front of me who I've had used this card before, because I consider it your faith card, it's the marriage card.
Oh, yeah. I've heard people refer to that one as the marriage card too.
Yeah, but to me, it's the marriage card, but it's also, like I said, it's about your faith, being on the right path, being on the right journey, your faith in your guides, your faith in your angels.
Faith in yourself.
Do you have that faith? Are you willing to take steps to go that direction with that faith? Have you left that faith behind? Because sometimes when I get this card, I have had people where I'm like, and it's interesting because, like I said, it has to do with faith, but I also get that they've had a falling out with their religion. And so that's always a powerful thing, because I'm like, hey, it looks like you've had some epiphany on your religion that, and a lot of times they're like, yes, the church is doing X, Y, Z, and I don't agree with that. That is not how I was taught to be, and I can't go to that church any longer. So when they get that, and especially next to like a tower card, then it tends to go with religion to me and faith, and also like their faith just in their self, because a lot of people do lose faith. They lose their grounding. So
Totally.
that's what it means to me. I know
I
it's
love that.
different.
But that's great. That way, whoever is listening, they get to hear just how no two readers are the same.
Because we each get things intuitively,
Yep.
and we each get things, and that's what's interesting is what my guides tell me that card means is what it means in their story that they're going to tell. And so when I'm doing readings, I'm like, no, this is the story they want you to know, because I'll have people who go, no, this card means this. And I'm like, no, let me help you. And that's the reason why I've always said you create your own dictionary. And that's part of it, your own card dictionary as well.
Yep. So the next card, this is number 6. 6 is the divine feminine. It's femininity, healing, feeling, motherhood. It's also the number of love. And so this is the lover's card. And to me, first and foremost, it's the most important relationship is the one with yourself. So are you loving yourself? And then I usually say, are you in partnership, or are you open to someone new coming into your life? Because it's either, if you already have somebody in your life, maybe it's time to shift something or see each other eye to eye. If you're not in agreement, maybe you need some, intermediary or something of that nature. But I love this card because I love love. It's tattooed on my arm. I mean,
So I love this card too, but and I'm laughing because to me, this card is more about passion. And what I love about that is it's passion, not only passion between two people, but it's also passion for your ideas, passion for what you desire in life, passion for who you want to be, what it is you want to work on. Those sort of passions are the things that drive each one of us. And so to me, this card is more about passion. It can be, like I said, with partners, but it could be passion with, music.
Yeah.
It could be passion with
The arts.
It could be passion with, doodling. It just is whatever makes you happy, and that passion, because that is what is all about the love inside of you, is growing a passion.
Hmm.
A passion for something is part of your love.
I love that. That's great.
See, I just do things I know so different.
I know, but that's beautiful. I think that's wonderful and the card keeps sliding toward me.
Well, and it was funny too. I was looking at it and it looked from far away. I can't see very well, but from far away, I saw a little girl being held by her mom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, like, the way, and like I said, my vision is, but the space in between the people, the way that it formed for me was like, the mom holding up the little girl.
And
And
that was his hair.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see
But
that.
that's
I
what
can
I
see that.
saw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. See how we're all so different. So the next one is number 7, the Chariot card. So
Ooh.
7 means you're on the right spiritual path. It also means where heaven meets earth. Chariot card for me represents forward momentum. And on this particular card, it's got a white horse and a black horse. So making sure that you're in equal balance of, your dark side, your light side, and knowing that there's momentum forward the moment you say there is, the moment you take action in your own life toward your hopes, your dreams, your goals.
Okay.
I love it. Here comes the version. I love it. Come on.
Okay.
Bring it on.
So to me,
Mm-hmm.
the chariot is about moving and it's about movement. Now, here's the thing with movement. To me, movement can be you're moving forward
Yeah, that's what I said.
or you can be moving away from something.
True.
And so that's the reason why I do call it. It's also to me because usually there's a moon in there. And I don't see a moon in that one, but it's kind of the sun.
Looks like sunset.
Yeah, sunset. So several of mine have a moon. And to me, it's about moving past some of your fears, too. And
Oh, that's
so-
great. I love it.
And so it's about movement and moving forward. It's not only moving your ideas forward. If you're stagnant and you've been thinking of a great idea, but you sat on it, this is me telling you and the universe telling you it's time to move on that. Don't sit on an idea that you think is wonderful. Go move. Move that. Make those things happen for yourself. No one's going to make something happen for you if you don't start moving yourself first.
True.
And so, like I said, a lot of that has to do with like moving forward in relationships, moving forward in business, moving forward on projects, and then also moving past fears, moving past doubts, and leaving behind sometimes things that no longer serve you,
Mm-hmm.
which is really hard for some people. And
True.
so to me, it's all about you have direction. The other thing I like about this card, in case anyone's ever seen the chariot card, there's usually a black and a white horse. And so to me, it gives you, the dual sides.
Yeah.
And so it's all up to you in figuring out which path is yours, the dual side, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was always one of each color.
Yeah. And so it
That's why I
gives-
said there's a black and a white one.
it's a dualness. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, because for every action, there is a reaction. We all know that story.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is part of that. For every action, there is a reaction. So you're going to have some bumps, but moving forward is all about taking those bumps on and moving past those fears and those doubts and moving towards what is driving you. What do you want to drive you? What is it you want to drive?
Yes.
Yeah, and people don't know that's listening. The reason I'm so excited to hear your perspective is because, one, you're another professional I highly respect, and we've not read for each other.
We have not read for
So
each other.
Really? I did
don't
not know that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I don't know how she reads. I just go with my intuition and my gut, and I know she's a damn good reader. So
It's just, I just read things so weird. I know. It's like,
it's not weird at all.
it's just,
It's beautiful.
well, and like I said, when you have other cards there,
Yeah.
it really makes the story.
It
because
does.
then you get to
You
see
get the
and
big
you're like-
picture.
you're like, oh, this is what happened. This is why
Yeah.
this is here, because you're tying yourself up. 8 of Cups. You're tying yourself. 8 of Swords. You're tying yourself up, and now you need to be moving forward. This is so yeah.
Because I usually add oracle cards to my tarot cards as well when I do
Yeah.
readings, and I think you do too.
No, not normally. Like normally I
Oh.
do. So this is what I do normally. I do tarot.
Yeah.
And then at the end, if I still have time, I have the client select some tarot cards,
Cool.
some oracle cards. And the interesting thing about it is usually, and they're the ones that pick them out. I just lay them on the table and slide them out. And usually, I would say I was going to say 20 times out of 10. And that's about how accurate it really is 20 times out of 10. It's always accurate. It's always accurate. But they pick out the cards, and the card reiterates what I've already told them.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so, quote, magical or validated for them and for me that, yes, what she told me was true. This is how we know.
Yeah. That's what I like a lot of my oracle cards for as well.
Yeah. But no, sometimes I just don't have time.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
get
we've
that
been
one.
digging into stuff too much. So
The next card is a strength card. This is number 8. 8's prosperity, abundance, infinity, no end, no beginning. And the strength card really is, for me, drawing down in the depth of your soul that you're stronger than you really realize. Most people don't even give themselves credit thinking they're strong when they actually are. In traditional tarot, this is a woman literally putting her hand in a lion's mouth. Well, I like this iteration better because she's half lion, she's half woman, heart necklace around her neck, to follow her own heart, and then she's got like a little lamb there. So
yeah, it's a
being
beautiful
fierce
card.
and being gentle.
So the strength card to me is all of that as well. But it also is because the normal card that I have that I'm thinking of right now, it is a woman with a lion, and she's tamed the lion. And so to me, it's like you have enough strength to take on a challenge of taming a lion.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like the lions, like it's either on a leash, or there's one strength card that I have that it's a woman, and she almost looks like she's painted like a cheetah, but she has a lion, she has a cheetah, she has a jaguar, she has all these cats around her, and she clearly has tamed them. And so what it truly just shows me is the strength you have within you has a foundation to where you can overcome any obstacle if you just put your mind to it. Instead of looking at it as a huge hill, you look at it as an obstacle. And I read for a lot of people, and there is something I love to tell people is quit looking at the mountain. Because if they come to me and they're having a really bad obstacle and they're looking like cancer, that's a bad obstacle. But you're not going to conquer it in a day.
Right.
So what you want to look at is, did I make it through today? Did I do the best I could today? Did I take one step forward? Great. That's all you have to do. You just have to take one step at a time for your strength.
One
to
foot in
really
front of the
go.
other.
Nobody tames a lion in a day. Nobody tames a tiger in a day. It is a process. And it is the foundation of your strength to really go in deep and look at it and process it a little at a time, a little at a time.
That's beautiful.
What card number was that?
8.
Okay, we're going to go to 10, and then we're going to have to end this episode. So sorry.
Unless we have an extended episode.
Well, this is pretty extended.
Yes. Oh my God, I love it.
So 9, the hermit. 9 means you're about to complete a cycle of some sort.
There you go.
It's also the number that is about giving, whereas 6 is about receiving. And with the hermit card, this is really, it kind of speaks for itself, but you're going within, you're taking that dedicated time for yourself. You're listening to your own thoughts. You're listening to spirit's thoughts. You're just observing, not absorbing. And a lot of times I call this the recharge card because it's really you doing a little cocooning, as my Colorado soul sister Jean says, is you're doing a little cocooning so that you can recharge for yourself.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cocooning. That's cool.
I know. So, and this particular card is like there's a little pathway up to the mountain where this person is sitting on a ledge, and it looks like they're kind of levitating above that ledge with their light shining. So, because, I mean, you have to think about it. You can recharge your phone. You can recharge your electric car. Why wouldn't you want to recharge yourself? We all need that.
So,
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
It's extended already.
Give it to him,
Leslie.
Leslie.
extended already. All right. So here's the thing. I do agree with a lot of that. But here's the thing. A lot of times when people come to me, they've already been in that solitude. They've already been in that hole. And every time I see the hermit card, he has a lantern and he has it out in front of him, and there's a path in front of him. And to me, they've already really done this soul searching. They've already done the digging within them. That light is their light to guide them. They already know what their plan is. They just need to execute a plan. And again, it's taking a step forward because so many people are afraid of a new step. But that light is something that I feel like is their plan, that they've already designed a plan for themselves. And if they haven't, the universe has. And so it's a matter of taking that light and following it, not being fearful, but actually following the light. Let the light lead you. It's going to lead you where you need to be.
This little light of mine.
I'm going to let it shine.
Follow your light.
Couldn't resist.
Yeah.
So that is the Hermit card. Then the next one, and I love what you said, by the way. That's so eloquent. You're doing a way better job than me. And the next card is called the Wheel. So this is number 10.
The
10.
wheel.
The
Yep,
wheel.
the wheel. You've completed a cycle. So, and it's honoring and representing divine feminine and sacred masculine together. But this is where you've come to a full cycle with something. You're, for most people, on top of the world. Like you've accomplished something, or you've completed something that was really presenting itself either at that time, a challenge or an obstacle that maybe you thought you couldn't get over it, or maybe you set your intuition, or I'm not your intuition, your manifestation insights forward, and you had the Chariot, you moved forward, and then you accomplished your goal.
I like that.
That was awesome.
And that's part of it. I also use it as the Wheel of Fortune,
Mm-hmm.
as in you have luck on your side.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that I also use it as if you haven't completed something, you will be completing it. There will be things that will be coming to you that you may not even realize how big they are.
Yeah.
I like that because not
Like that too.
everyone can sell themselves short. Don't sell yourself short. Think bigger because that's what things can be delivered. It's also, to me, it's telling me that, like I said, Lady Luck is on your side. Your success has been shown, and that things are moving in a good direction for you. This is also the wheel, so it's about moving also.
Yeah.
Things are moving. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on track. Things are happening for you. So, yeah, that's what I do with the wheel.
I see dream big with this card as well. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll tell people, don't play small anymore. You got to.
It's time to go. It's time to really move forward.
Yeah. All right. So that was 0 through 10.
Woohoo! So this has been another episode of
Mystic
Mystic
spilling the
Spilling the
tea.
Tea.
We'll be back with the next episode discussing the last half.
Yes.
I'm
we will.
Ashwani of Southern Fried Psychics, southernfriedpsychics.com.
I'm Leslie Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic, purplerosepsychic.com.
I'm Nikel with Rising Digital, risingdigitalstudio.com.
And we are
The Mystic spilling the tea.
tea.